I wanted the attention to be on me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, in case you didn't know. Today I'm bringing you my high school experience. If you like sit down videos and you want to get to know me better, then give this video a thumbs up. Alright, let's get into it. To start off, I'll say that I moved around a lot when I was younger, and eventually when my brother and I went into middle school, my parents decided to settle down in one place so we could go to high school with the same people, and I'm actually really glad that that happened. And I also want to, before I really start this video, I want to say that how we see ourselves is often very different from how other people see ourselves. So I'm going to try to recap my high school experience the way I remember it and the way that I observed it. And it's really hard to know how people saw you back then, and all I know is that I have done a lot of growing and a lot of changing since then. I'm now 25 and this was a long time ago, so I'm just gonna, yeah, just little disclaimer there. I am grown and an evolved version of Erica. So yeah, I started high school in the northeastern part of North Carolina in, I think my freshman year was the year of 2006 and 2007. And yeah, I'm gonna insert pictures throughout this video so you guys can kind of like follow along. So yeah, my freshman year, I had tried out, I had already been a cheerleader in middle school and was co-captain my 7th grade year and then captain my 8th grade year. And so I was just really passionate about cheerleading, soccer, and track. Soccer I didn't do in middle school though, but I'll get to that. I was always just a really athletic person, and from a really young age, my parents instilled in me the importance of getting good grades. So I strive to get good grades. I also had to get good grades or I would get in trouble and not be able to do things with my friends. So that was great motivation. Thanks, parents. So I mostly always made at least B's and A's because my dad didn't, I would get in trouble if I got anything lower than a 90 in school. So yeah. And if you guys remember grading scales, like a 90 to a 93 is like a B. So I could get like a really high B, but mostly A's. So yeah, I had tried out for the high school cheerleading team and I made it my freshman year. So I was really excited about that. And of course I gained like a lot of friends from the cheerleading squad, but I also, again, this is how I perceive myself, so I'm sure there are plenty of people that I don't know how people looked at me. But anyways, I just was not the typical cheerleader. As in some ways, but then in other ways, I went through a huge like Marilyn Manson kick, and so I would always be like back of the bus listening to like, different kinds of music. I've always been into like punk music, and so that just made me really different from everybody. I remember that specifically my freshman year, feeling like during cheerleading I didn't fit in most of the time. Like I was really good at cheerleading. In fact, like I was usually captain because I became captain of the squad later, even for JV, and then when I got on the varsity team. So I've always been a leader, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm also a loner. Leader, loner, yeah. Cheerleading was a really big part of freshman year, obviously, for me. I have an older brother and he's 2 years older than me, so he was in high school too and he played football, and so people knew me as Alex's little sister. So like they called me Little Brown. So continuing with my freshman year, I was still really young, and actually at the age of 14 is when I feel like I changed. Like I've always been the same person, I've always been Erica, but I've just continuously have grown. And the age of 14, my freshman year of high school, I just experienced a lot. I
fell in love
or something like that, or I thought I did. And
It was like one of those typical things, like my parents didn't like him and I couldn't be with him.
So I became so emotional and so sad. And now looking back, it's just kind of funny. I mean, I'm glad I went through that because I think it made me who these years in high school kind of molded me to become who I am now, because I am a very different person. But if it wasn't for those times of sadness, the emo angst, if it wasn't for that, I feel like I wouldn't be as creative of a person or as passionate. Like, I've always been passionate, but those times just, I don't know. When you're young, you are learning about everything, and yeah, so that was my freshman year. A lot of drama involving that. Sophomore year. Was interesting because this is the time when
I actually started dating someone who he ended up being my boyfriend for most of high school. I'm not going to talk about that a lot because it's like not important. It was like my first real relationship and it lasted for about 3 years. And you know, we were like that couple that like screamed and argued at each other, so it's like not healthy.
I was really close with his best friend too, and that doesn't even matter. However, like, Tyler has 2 younger sisters in high school, and I tell them all the time, and it's just funny because people tell you this when you're in high school, but you just don't listen. Like, these relationships, most of them, because there are relationships that do last. I actually know quite a few couples from my high school that are still together. You know, sometimes they last, but most of the time, these things are just... These relationships are there to help us grow and to help us learn what we do and don't like in regards to relationships with people. Okay, so enough about like that relationship. Like, okay, in regards to friends, in high school, I had like 3 best friends, like girlfriends, I guess you could say, all from like different sectors of the school, I guess. 2 of them cheered with me, but they were, you know, they're both like pretty different from each other. And then the other girl was like really athletic and awesome. Hey, we're not like that close anymore. But those girls I spent a lot of time with, and I'll throw just like a few pictures up of me and my friends and stuff. Into my junior year, I was still cheering. I really enjoyed cheerleading. I think I've thrown a couple clips in there already, and if not, then I will again or some more, because cheerleading was really important to me. I did that a lot. Kind of was like growing and changing, you know, and going through a lot. I was on 2 of the cheerleading teams in our high school, our JV team and our competition team, and I just wasn't a fan of the competition team at the time and how it was going. So I was always like a really spunky and outgoing and just kind of say whatever's on my mind, don't really care what people think kind of person. I'm still that person now. I'm just like more mature. I think back in high school, I was just like
loud and in your face, and if I didn't like you, I told you. And
Erica. My sophomore year, I was on those 2 teams, and I really did not like the competition team. It was stressing me out, and I was not having a good time. I was like one of the only sophomores. I think there were only 2 sophomores, me and another girl who is one of my friends as well. She was on the team, but I was captain of the JV team at the time, and I ended up just quitting the competition team the day before their first competition and like making a huge scene about it. I definitely remember this about high school. I just remember going on the mat and I was like, and I
don't like you, and I don't like you, and I don't like you, and
that's why I'm done with this team. But yeah, but I still stayed captain of the JV team and finished out that year. I want to say it was junior year where I didn't cheer. I know there was a year I didn't cheer, and I'm pretty sure it was junior year. I was just, cheerleading was stressing me out so hardcore, like I couldn't, I don't know, it was just stressful. But I'm pretty sure I spent all of junior year not on the cheerleading team. I don't I don't remember. If someone remembers, comment down below and tell me, because I don't remember. But I do just remember my senior year being like, you know what, I'm gonna regret it if I don't cheer again. So I need to try out. And I tried out and I was captain again. And I think people were upset about that or something. But yeah, so senior year was the best year of my high school experience. I forgot to mention that I played soccer and ran track too throughout high school. Track I didn't do my senior or junior year. I think I only did track freshman and sophomore year. I did not play soccer my freshman year, but my sophomore, junior, senior year, I think I played. And soccer was a huge part of my life too, and I'll throw some pictures if I can find some right here. But senior year, that was the best year for me. I just felt like in my prime. I had a ton of friends that, I don't know, we just had like a good time together. I'll throw some clips in there. I would say that when people looked at me in high school, I don't know, I definitely dealt with a lot of like hate because one of my best friends from high school, shout out Michelle, told me that I had to tell you guys that I was boy crazy. So I guess I was boy crazy in high school, whatever. My senior year, I ended up, the guy that I had been with for a long time in high school, we broke up the very beginning, I think, of senior year, because we had ultimately gotten voted on homecoming court together, but I just remember us being broken up when we had to walk the field, so it was like kind of awkward. And I didn't win homecoming queen, but one of my really good friends won, and it was really awesome. So I'll insert a clip if I can of me at homecoming my senior year. And yeah, so senior year was just really fun. My friends and I had just a really good time. I mean, obviously you're experimenting as a kid, and I did like the typical normal teenage stuff, you know. Growing up by the beach my senior year, when I had like more freedom from my parents, my really good friends and I would always go down to the beach and hang out or read. It's funny, one of my really good friends, we were on the soccer team together, and senior year, she was closer to her, but she was like a freshman on the soccer team. Her mom was the nurse, and we would go in to the nurse's office to get like sick notes so that we could leave and like go drive to the beach before our soccer games. But I was never like a really bad kid. I only got in trouble twice, and both of those I believe were my senior year. Right before that guy and I broke up, I punched him in the face right outside the cafeteria and got in trouble. That was like my one time getting in trouble, and then my second time getting in trouble was, honestly, I think it was like the second to last day of school. We had like a substitute teacher in my 4th bell class, and I just had like, I don't know, I'm not like a class clown, but I have like a smart mouth, I think. And so I was always trying to like make people laugh with my smart mouth. And the substitute teacher was not feeling it. She was like our long-term sub, so she had been a sub for like a month, I think, at the time, and she used to send me out all the time for talking and for my mouth. And she sent me out like the second to the last day, and I was like, I don't even care. It's my senior year, like I do not care. Prom was weird because I had dated that guy for a really long time, and so I like didn't have anyone to go with. So I went with a random guy, but prom ended up being fun. Like, not the actual prom, but like the parties after prom were fun. And I don't even remember who got prom queen that year. I don't even know. I do know that I was voted best all around for senior superlatives, which I don't know how that happened. I don't know what best all around means. I guess it means like
I make good grades and I play sports and maybe I'm friendly.
I don't, when I got it in high school, I was pumped. I was like, no, really. In high school, I mean, I pretty much thought I was the bomb diggity. I guess I acted that way, but I also had like a lot of problems. So I was close with everyone, at least that's how I saw myself. Like, I know people did not like me. I dealt with that a lot. I dealt with slut shaming all of high school. I dealt with people spreading rumors about me that weren't true. I mean, I also wasn't like always the friendliest person. High school is just a really weird time. I also like wasn't who I am today in high school. In high school, I was just like, I wanted attention. I wanted, if I was in the room or if I was in a group of people, I wanted the attention to be on me. And now that I'm older, sometimes I like that, but most of the time, like my ego doesn't like starve for that anymore. But when I was in high school, I just wanted to be it. Like, I don't know, I wanted girls to be friends with me, and I wanted guys to like me, and I'm glad I'm not that person anymore. I really am. I mean, I still have a lot of those same qualities. Like, I don't know, I'm still outgoing. I still I say whatever's on my mind still, just to a different like extent, a more mature version. Like I said, a more impressive version of myself. I really enjoyed high school. I just had a lot of fun. I made a lot of friends that even if I don't talk to them now, like those memories for me last a lifetime. I made really great memories in high school, and it wasn't bad for me. So I'm hoping that when Sailor finally starts going to school, that she'll be like me and that she can make friends with people. As far as like more into what I believe people saw me as, I mean, I've already talked about how I dealt with girl hate pretty much. Like, it wasn't really often when I was receiving hate from guys. It was mostly girl hate, which kind of sucked because it led me for the next like few years to really like hate on females, which sucks, because it sucks that has to happen at such a young age. Because I feel like even though I always had a couple of close girlfriends, I just never felt close to females. And I think it was because of the hate that I received back in the day, which I'm sure had a lot to do with how I acted. But at the same time, I wasn't a slut at 14 or 15. You know what I mean? Like, no one deserves to be called those names. And so it's just, but it happens in high school. I mean, it really does happen. And you just learn to like brush those things right off your back. And I think that has made me a stronger person, especially like putting my life out there online and having, you know, a bigger Instagram account. Anything that anybody says about me anymore really doesn't faze me, because I've like heard it all at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't bother me anymore. People were like, oh, you'll say whatever, you don't care. Like, I really did care. Like, still an insecure little girl, you know what I mean? I did care. And those things like hurt my feelings. But at the end of the day, I'm all about pride, and I'm never gonna let anybody feel like they have one up on me. So, you know, I just carried myself in a confident manner, and I think that is what led girls to not like me. I mean, I could be wrong. Like, maybe I was some absolute terrible person in high school, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't, because I have friends even now still from all different groups in our high school. So I don't know. I don't know why some people wanted to judge so harshly before. Like, I mean, it's not like you even know people that well in high school. Like, most of the people that would talk about me like didn't even know me. It's not like they'd ever been to my house or we'd ever hang out. So I don't know. Advice to anyone, if you are in high school watching this, I doubt like high schoolers are watching this, but maybe you are. don't worry about what people are saying about you. Like, at the end of the day, it does not matter. Like, I know you think it matters. It doesn't matter though, okay? So yeah, my high school experience, you know, I had like a lot of ups and downs. Overall, I would say that my high school experience was really positive, and I don't really have that much bad things to say. I mean, like, it shaped me into who I am today. But I also, I mean, I went to college after that, and it's been quite a long time. So other things have shaped me into this person. But, you know, 4 years seems like a long time when you are 14. You're like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be 18. I'm never gonna graduate. But you do, and it comes really quick. And those 4 years flew by so quick. It's like such a small time in my life. But that is it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is what you guys voted for. I don't know what you guys were expecting. I don't know if you were expecting me to give you some like raw juiciness or something, but I mean, that was pretty much it for my high school. The typical boy crazed, cheerleading, soccer playing, making A's experience. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, I mean, a lot of people that voted for wanting to see this were from my high school, so I'm just really curious, like, as to what you guys were expecting. Like, I don't know if you guys think that I thought I don't know. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys want to see more sit down videos, then make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed already, then make sure you subscribe. I do post mom vlogs or family vlogs and then sit down videos like this. And I will link my Instagram and my Twitter down below because I post like polls and more daily life kind of stuff on my Instagram. And then if you want to get inside my head a little bit more, you can follow me on Twitter. So it's been real, guys, but I'm gonna go enjoy my day now. So